Previously, Mash was chosen as a player for Duelo, but he couldn't fly. Now, Mash is still on the ground and watching his opponent's team doing goals. Despite his desperate wish, he can't return home before getting the title of top visionary. He cannot fly, that's why he can only watch this game. The audience is also disappointed with him, but his friends want to watch him fly on the broom that is looking possible. Tom moves to him and gives an enthusiastic speech to make it possible. He makes him remember the promise of victory. In reality, Mash has yet to commit to any promise regarding winning. While realizing this, Tom tells him to make himself like a bamboo, who fights against the rival until success. Mash thinks that Tom is outspoken and never thinks before uttering words. Besides this, Langdom still has a goal, and Tom motivates him to do something. Also, he makes him understand the rules of the game, in which he has control over the ball and throws it into the ring. Tom considers this game everything and has put all effort into this Duelo game. Therefore, he expects the same spirit from every team member. After an emotional speech, he returns to the game when opponents intentionally smashes him. As a result, Tom knocks into the ground with a sound of crunch. It reveals that his bone has broken and he cannot lead the game. Tom has fallen, and girls' hearts throb because he is their last hope. The opponent is happy with his action because he follows only one rule. Everything is fair in love and war. That's why he has no morals and sportsmanship. Also, he is happy because their victory is 2 goals away from them. On the other hand, Tom utters golden words that motivate Mash to lead the game. Failure or victory doesn't matter in the game. The thing that matters most is the effort, hard work that you are putting on. Now, Mash is ready to turn the table. He jumps into the sky to push the ground, and everyone is amazed to see him flying. In reality, he is not flying in the air, but he is moving his legs so fast that it's assisting him to pass. After this, he tells his teammate to pass on the ball and is about to toss the ball in the ring from too far. The opponent team is confident that he can't do anything, because there is a considerable difference in goals. Also, they can snatch the ball with him so quickly, but it isn't easy to balance on the broom. When Mash throws away the ball by swinging his fingers, and the ball also gets inside the ring, giving him 1 point. Still, the team needs to be closer to victory because the difference is almost 49, which is impossible in a short time. People are surprised by his single goal, but other shocks are waiting for them. He uses the same technique to make a goal when the ball is returned to him. At the speed of thunder, he is making goals, and opponents are not daring enough to stop him. Adler Dorm's point has reached beyond their imagination, which is 999. The people who are telling him to go home are apologizing. Students are also asking forgiveness for throwing thrash at him, because he has proved to be a hero of this game. Scene changes when Mash has gotten a silver coin as a reward, but he has planned not to do this ever again. Finn is also impressed with him, who has recently arrived but has achieved the silver coin. Just then Tom arrives and the girls are so pleased to see him. By ignoring the girls, he hugs Mash to gain victory. He considers Mash as a bamboo, who has the potential to stand against any calamity. With tears in his eyes, he applauds him and Mash has nothing to say to him. At night, Lance Crown is reading the newspaper where editor is praising Mash for having a record. When Mash has taken interview, he has given all the credit to his senior for encouraging him. It's astonishing for him that Mash, a first-year student, is doing wonders. This also irritates him, because he has done a marvelous job on the entrance exams. Lance Crown always has the top of the list. To see Mash on his stage is frustrating, so he decides to prey on Mash next. The following morning, Tom and Lemon are his head. Tom will take him for the training, and Lemon has brought lots of books for studies. Also, Tom tries to blackmail him from the promise that he has never made. His sole purpose is to make him a pro in the game with practice. On the other hand, Lemon also wants to enlist his name on the top student. When he looks at Finn for help, he proves himself a traitor who turns his head on him. Mash is interested in only one thing: to sort out his problem. Lance Crown arrives to provide fun to him. Mash, who finds fun in hide and seek, considers that he is talking about it. Aside from this, Tom is shocked to see him, because Lance Crown has double marks on his face. Also, Lemon is stunned by his personality and top performance on the entrance exam. She might have fallen for him if she hadn't fallen for Mash. However, Lance Crown introduces the game by showing him a jar. In this jar, he has entrapped his friends and asks him to come to the forest if he wants to rescue them. By saying this, he has vanished by performing his magic. Mash has the only option to go there. That's why he is in front of him. Here, Lance Crown shows him the silver coins that Mash is chasing. Both coins can belong to Mash if he makes him fail. Tom is shocked, because Lance Crown has 2 coins at the first year level, which is not minor. Also, 2 marks on his face reveal how dangerous he can be. The people who have gotten 1 mark on their faces are the usual ones, but those born with 2 marks on their faces are special. Within 100,000, only 1 person can born with this mark, whom magic chooses itself. That's why Tom tells him not to accept his offer. On the contrary, Lance Crown knows everything that Mash always thinks about others. It proves in the entrance exams when he assists Lemon. So, he has bound him to fight with him by trapping his friends. Also, the person who wins can have these silver coins, and the match will not end until one of them accept failure. Mash has no choice but to accept this challenge. Lance Crown uses his magic wand and starts turning this place into the battleground. Apart from this, Brad and Mash's father are thinking about Mash. Brad has only concern with the benefits that matter a lot to him. Suddenly, an explosion turns their attention to it. They are unable to understand what is going on. With his magic, Lance Crown has made this forest a battleground. Mash moves toward him to take him down, but Lance Crown, who is vigilant, considers him slacker, because he is not using his magic power and relying on his strength. He smashes Mash to the ground by swinging his magic wand. Mash is unable to move and stick to the ground. Here, Lance Crown reveals that he wants to be superior no matter how. Only Lance Crown should be at the top of the list, so no one should go against him, and the slacker like Mash should crawl on the ground. Also, he gives Mash a suggestion not to struggle to stand, because humans can't tolerate this magic gravity. But he doesn't know that Mash has extraordinary strength that he can't imagine. Mash punches on the ground and takes out roots from the floor. By doing this, he has split the ground and moves ahead to punch Lance Crown. Contrarily, he dodges his attack, but realizes that his speed has increased. When Mash gives it another try, he uses his gravity, proving nothing before him. As a result, Lance Crown's necklace has fallen on the ground. When Mash opens the necklace, he finds a little girl's picture. By thinking of him kidnapper or a pervert, Mash wants to call the police, but he clarifies his doubts by saying that she is his sister. He inquires about the aspiration pushing him into this tiresome situation in this critical situation. For Mash, his cream puffs, life, and freedom can be priorities, but these are the wrong answers for him, because the correct answer is his sister. For her, he can do anything, and Mash informs him that every person has their priority. Despite realizing Mash, he considers him dumb. So, he moves to the mountain cliff and decides to drop the jar. With his magic, he has planned to speed up the process. When Mash attempts to help them, he attacks them. After hearing his plan, everyone is worried except Mash. In reality, Lance Crown can become a demon only for his sister, whom he loves. In flashes, his sister is rebuking him for fighting, and she is worried about the injuries. To calm her down, he doesn't reveal the truth and covers the lie by saying that he has fallen. His sister knows that he has saved a child from bullying. Therefore, those children have taken revenge by beating him. Anna is proud of her brother, who is always ready to help others. Later, Lance Crown is informed that his sister is suffering from incurable disease, in which she will lose all her power within the time limit of 5 years. As a result, her parents have to hand over her to the government. Also, they are repenting of her born. After hearing about his parents, Lance Crown started to scold his parents for treating his sister this way. If she has a disease, then it's not her fault. This time, he has decided to join the academy and become the divine visionary to change the system for his sister. To gain his purpose, he is ready to do anything. With tearful eyes, he has made a firm resolution. To fulfill his aim, he is ready to become a monster. So, he drops the bottle from the cliff and performs the magic to speed up the process. On the other hand, Mash is also getting ready to protect them. He will perform the hamstring magic that Lance Crown never heard of. Also, he is looking at him with startling eyes, because Mash is taking the position and his muscles are tightening up. Just then he jumps from the cliff and returns in a blink of an eye. Lance Crown is amazed at how he can jump back in an instant. In this expedition, Mash understands he is not the wrong guy, so he decides to quit the fight by grabbing the actual bottle from him. Lance Crown is ready to quit the fight when he calls himself clumsy for making the decision. His sister has also said this statement, so it has provoked him not to continue the fight. While going from here, he remembers to give him a silver coin as a reward and Mash has opened the bottle. They praise him to save their lives, because they were about to die. Also, Tom calls him Bamboo and forces him to practice, and Lemon continuously proposes to him. Right now, Mash is repenting for opening the bottle. He thinks that he should open the bottle after reaching the academy. Watch this left video and subscribe to Annie Summary for more anime recaps.